Welcome to the news and updates in our awesome news studio. Yay! Hi, everyone. I am Laurel, and let me introduce you my amazing host, Donna, who's still muted.
Sorry, a bunch of changes, and I didn't know about the changes, so hang on a sec.
That's fine. All new.
So, hello, everyone. And I'm Donna McTeehan, here to help co-host another in our third year delivering you the news here from AltSpace VR community. We are celebrating our second anniversary in a variety of ways, and we have some exciting events coming up to share with you, so please stay tuned. Behind the scenes, our producer, the amazing Mark, who is not just running the show, but also controlling the slides and the live stream video on a separate account hovering over you. That takes some serious talent. And we will share the techniques we use to do this, like juggling plates and cats at the same time, at a special event happening later this week. But first,
to get started, we wanted to reflect back for a moment on this past year and all of the, shall we say, the crazy going on. We found this tweet that summed things up perfectly for us after the news came out that Donald Trump had caught COVID-19. And it says, the least shocking news at this point would be if an alien ship landed on Fifth Avenue, people would just yawn and say, whatever. Although aliens are probably wisely avoiding the planet right now. Yeah. So does that sum up your experience as well? We thought that was brilliant. So, as usual, we have much to cover here from around the AltSpace VR community, so let's get started.
Now, AltSpace news. We hardly know where to begin with all the activity and news around AltSpace VR, so let's start with the latest updates. There is a new "You Are Here" button on the user interface, or HUD, which actually stands for Head Up Display. Have you played with that yet? I have to say, this is something I've been asking for a long time. I host events, and all the events have the same image. And so I never know. There's no confirmation of an event that I'm in. And it's been driving me crazy. So I've asked AltSpace for this so many times, and I cannot believe that we finally have a "You Are Here." That's just one of my favorite things so far. Now, One of the things that annoys event hosts and audiences plenty is when someone arrives late to an event that makes a fuss about asking a question, and then the question is, where am I and what's going on here? And if you're an event host, I guarantee you that has happened to you.
Yes.
So we hate this.
I know it. It's so awful when somebody comes in and they're standing there for like 10 minutes. You've been talking and do things, and then they raise their hand and jump around, and then they say, "What am I doing here?" And you want to say, "I don't know. What are you doing here?" Anyway, but to quote Donna, people don't read. This gets proven over and over again. So now there's a button for those who don't read called "You Are Here." I'm hoping they will read it. When clicked, it displays that menu for the event or the world description. Since clicking involves reading, I don't know how effective it's going to be, but we love this idea, and hopefully it's going to reduce the number of times we have to help answer the questions for very, very lost people at events.
Now, for the next while, the question when we get the question, we'll just have to let them know that there is actually the button.
There's
So that'll be
the
the next.
button
Yeah. So now there have been performance improvements that deal with the cutout effect in crowded spaces, and they are most welcome as this impacts so many, especially those on questionable internet connections. So we're thrilled to see this improvement, and event hosts will be thrilled to learn that the intermittent mute all and stage blocker event bugs should be resolved. It was disconcerting to be presenting and suddenly hear people talking as the mute all button would turn itself off randomly. Thrilled to have that resolved.
No kidding. Now, a dialogue has been added asking users to opt in to diagnostic data collection in compliance with the GDPR and other data collection and privacy international laws. So expect to see a little more of that as Altspace makes those opt-ins a little more obvious. So we got a new button for that. That's going to be the theme of today, isn't it, Donna? We got a new button for that.
New button. Awesome. Now, related to this, in a way, is the improvement to the log upload experience. They've improved the efficiency of how it works, and we wanted to take a moment just to explain why you should upload your logs when you are experiencing issues. To help Altspace VR improve, reporting only describes the issue. Reporting with an upload of the logs in Altspace VR includes the data that helps the support team and the developers find the specific details they need in order to identify and then hopefully resolve the issue.
Indeed. To use this, everyone, right now, go to your menu, settings, support, menu, settings, support. I want everybody to see this. Now, don't use it, just look at it. And when you're having a technical issue, type in a few words describing the issue in that little form and then click upload logs. This sends much needed information to the team and the issues are resolved faster. So make sure you use that. We love this. I can't tell you how much I wish other platforms had the same robust reporting system. Don't you? I mean, seriously, this is brilliant. So there is more update news for World Builders coming right up, so hang in there with us.
Now, we are literally waiting on pins and needles for the new live captioning and translation feature to be released into the wild for community testing and for us to use. From what we are being told, and really it isn't much at this point, it will likely be available first in the info zone and the campfire. And let's agree, those are two places where when people come into Altspace for the first time, if they're from other countries, if they don't speak English, these are two places where if they're going to use Altspace effectively anywhere, those are the two places we want to make sure we capture them in their own language, right? So after this, that events, it'll be pushed out to everyone. We believe it will feature the ability to turn it on and off individually, as well as possibly by event. Like you, we are waiting for the news and hope it happens very soon. Now, I think we could all agree to that, right?
Yeah,
So the benefits to helping the hearing impaired and allow us to communicate across borders is truly groundbreaking. No other VR platform offers this. While AltSpace VR feels like it is behind the times, it has long been a leader in the innovative social VR.
It is. This is so exciting. And now, an update to the multimedia console, known as MMC, arrived this week with support for Twitch. Improvements also included improved support for D live streams, where the streamer display name is not the same as their username. Also, updated image rendering is no longer based on the lighting in the environment. This was a problem because it caused a dark tint on images in many of the worlds and the event spaces. And as a reminder, last week, the use of the MMC was simplified for mobile users to generate a 2-word code after finishing the JSON customization input. Just type in that 2-word code into the MMC and your world that is in your world or event, and the script will be automatically imported. Love that.
Now again, due to the dev team's description of the MMC as a web portal, we'd like to remind you that it is still not actually a browser. It is a glorified image and video slideshow, if you will. You cannot display web pages, at least not yet. We hope that this will be either expanded or replaced with a robust web browser, and rumors are flying that the team is working on that and that this is a temporary tool. The MMC is incredibly useful and has very powerful features that we will want to see in the final version of whatever they come up with, but the loss of the web access is painful, and we are all suffering along with you. It is painful.
It is very painful. On a good, happier note, Quest 2 orders are mostly sold out. Yes, and they're on back order. The first round of Quest users are anticipated to arrive. Isn't that exciting? New device. The Quest users are anticipated to arrive in AltSpace by the end of the month at the earliest, but it is most likely going to be mid-November. Do you know when yours is showing up, Donna?
October 13th. It better be at my door.
Ooh. So maybe sooner. We'll see. We would.
That is the release date. Yeah.
That's, yeah. Well, is it the shipping date?
Well, release date for them, they usually have them sitting in warehouses just waiting to be delivered that day. Okay. So it isn't, yeah. So that's how it was with the first Quest. Mm-hmm.
She's so ready. She's so waiting. I love it. I love it. So we would also like your help. We would love your help to add your voice to ours to request AltSpace VR open up to other devices. You know, the Quest is just not the only one, and we're going to be losing the Go and the Rift pretty soon. So especially the popular VR headsets used in education and outside of North America, like the Pico, the Vive Cosmos and their other lesser versions, the Lenovo VR Classroom 2, and to allow more students, more teachers access to AltSpace VR for classes and homework assignments. And if you have a VR headset that isn't supported, please use the support form at altvr.com/support, altvr.com/support, to let them know of your wishes and desires.
Now, speaking of AltSpace VR access, work continues on the Mac client version for 2D/desktop access. We've been told that AltSpace VR will continue work on it as long as people continue to embrace it and they see the numbers increase. We are all in favor of increasing the access to AltSpace VR through any means, so we really, really need your help. First, spread the word that AltSpace VR is accessible with a Mac, laptop, or desktop. Tell your friends, family, coworkers, and blab about it on social media. The more who actually know about it, the more likely they are able to give it a try or willing to give it a try.
Absolutely. And second, and this is very important to all of us, we need to break a world building habit. Worlds built with the default and featured AltSpace VR kits work fine for Mac, not a problem. The issue comes with uploaded and shared Unity kits and templates and worlds, as well as ones for your own world. Currently, world builders upload a Windows version for PC VR users and an Android version for mobile users like those on Go and Quest. To embrace Mac users, world builders need to upload a Mac version of their Unity world using the new AltSpace VR community uploader. There's a link up there. We've also included it in our Discord. So make sure you upload that Mac World.
Now, there's a caveat to this process. Currently, if you upload all versions at the same time to AltSpace VR, it will turn the Android version to all black. They're working on resolving this, but in the meantime, upload one version at a time with the AltSpace VR Unity uploader and things will be just fine. The dev team mentioned that they may add a Mac client channel to the world building section on the AltSpace VR official Discord server. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be helpful.
Yay. Now, please, everyone, help us out. Spread the word that Mac users have an AltSpace VR client available for use, though it's still in development, cutting edge. And please start uploading Mac versions of your worlds, especially for custom event spaces, so we can welcome everyone to AltSpace VR. Thanks.
Which is a natural segue into our world building coverage. But first, don't forget to check out the AltSpace VR official Discord for announcements, news, and discussions on what's going on with AltSpace VR and help with world building and events. In addition to our own news and updates Discord, this is our main center for communication for our community. So please join us there. And don't forget, if you need help, make your first stop at help.altvr.com. That's help.altvr.com.
Very well done. All right, now it's time for world building news. And wow, we have a ton of news, okay? As we reported last week, the AltSpace VR dev team has been working on the AltSpace VR website. Now, under More Worlds, My Worlds, there's a new tab for Shared With Me Worlds. Love that. If someone has shared a world with you, it will appear in the list. They've also expanded upon this with even more breakdowns of world sharing and types with group commons for those that are using groups for private events and worlds, Shared With Me, and the new administered worlds, listing the worlds in which you're listed as an administrator with full access and control of the world features. That's a really trust position, folks. When you're given administrator, that is serious trust right there. And this, I can't tell you how welcome and much needed this is, as shared and administrated worlds had to often be added to favorites in order to readily access them and work with controls, and you had to add it still is a bit of a mess, but it's getting better. If you're a world builder, please send your thanks to the website dev team for these new improvements. Love it.
Okay, we're looking forward to more. We're eager for more such categorization, including shared kits, models, skyboxes, and templates. It is so important that we know where we got our stuff, especially when we want to thank them or report an issue. It's only fair that we give credit where and when credit is due. So thank you so much, AltSpace VR. Now, yeah?
Go ahead.
Sorry, I thought you were going to say
no.
Wait, which leads us to this unfortunate report that continues to repeat itself. So we will repeat ourselves as well.
All right. I feel like this is, should be done to a rap song or something. If you create a kit or template, share it with others. Ensure the objects and assets are original and that you are the copyright owner, or the permissions and license for use allows you to duplicate and share them with others.
If you choose to share your kit or template with others, you have two options to consider. You can freely give without expectation of appreciation or concerns about the usage, or only share with those you truly trust and respect to use your generosity wisely and for good.
If you are the recipient of a shared kit or template, be respectful and use them with the intention for good or in line with the wishes of the owner. That's how the law works.
But be aware, a user can leave AltSpace VR or remove their kits and templates at any time without warning. It is their absolute right, and there is not much we can do about it, but respect that it is their right.
Now, again, a recent issue with a world building member upset many when they were unhappy about the end use of their shared assets and they couldn't find a way to work with the people or with AltSpace VR to remove their use. Something that AltSpace VR developers are seriously reconsidering how we handle that. Unfortunately, this person did not send in a complaint or or an abuse with a reference, abuse report, which we have available. We've talked about this before, with reference to these worlds to start the process of negotiation with the staff and the abusers. Without taking the proper steps and clearly upset at the intended use of his assets, this person deleted their account, thus removed access to all of the assets that they had shared with the community, leaving many using them quite upset and frustrated.
I no longer have a home space. It happens. This isn't the first time it has happened, and people, it won't be the last. As the copyright holder of their creative works, they have the absolute right to share, not share, and dictate the allowed usage of their creative works. Other choices could have been made at every step, but this is the one choice. This is one of the choices. And I apologize if I'm speaking ahead, but if you are a world builder and you are sharing and you are in a good mood and you love AltSpace and you love all the people in there, take some time to think about what you will do on a day that you're mad. And think about that right away. It's kind of like a prenup. Everybody's excited when they get married, but some of the people actually sign a prenup for those days where they might not be. Think about that, because you may have built relationship with people and you're not angry with everybody, but you unintentionally do something that affects people that you are friends with. So just think about that as from both perspectives, okay? We have to accept it from world builders, but also if you're a world builder, think about how it affects maybe people that you consider to be friends. Sorry, Laura.
No, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. And I just want to emphasize again, as a recipient of the shared creative works like kits and assets, take care to become dependent upon them, because that's what happens. We count on them being there and then suddenly they're gone. Because even the most, as Donna said, the most loyal and enthusiastic community member may change their mind at any time. So have backups or learn to create your own.
Now, many are taking the world building classes and workshops with Carnivore and the computer science and VR team for free and for paid, and others are taking advantage of the free access to Unity classes right on the Unity website and all the free information and tutorials out there from the AltSpace VR community and beyond. It's not complicated, and yet it is. But you can do amazing worlds with very little information and education, and you really can learn as you go.
Absolutely. We would love to see your creativity unleashed here in AltSpace VR, pushing the boundaries of the possible. If you're looking for inspiration, also check out the World Tours with Daisy Shaw on Tuesday and the Wednesday World Tours. Daisy Shaw has some special event tours that she has added to the schedule, so keep an eye out for those as well.
Now this month, the theme for the Wednesday World Tours is Scary Worlds. I can't do the voice like Laurel can. Say it, scary.
Scary Worlds is my mother's voice.
Whoa, now perfectly timed for the upcoming announcement of the 3rd annual Halloween Worlds Tours and Celebration. The news and updates team is working with the improv and LGBTQ groups and community helpers to put together a collection of Halloween and scary worlds and invites the community to build these worlds and submit them for consideration for being included in this tour. We'll have more news about this next week, but start planning. We're waiting on the re-release of the 2 Halloween kits, but get planning now.
And I've heard some people are already working on it. I love this. Now, to support this week, the Wednesday World World Tour team is taking you to a very, very special tour of the 2018 Halloween Maze. This is rarely, I can't emphasize neon lights, rarely ever open to the public. So it is a very special treat, and we may be taking multiple groups through depending on the demand. So watch that calendar. We have multiple events there. These 6 worlds were built by 4 world builders over 10 days. Can be done. And has featured over 6,000 visitors over just a few special events in 2018 and 2019. Those were amazing days. You will learn about how to create scary worlds with simple world building tools that worked and what didn't work. Okay, some stuff really didn't work. It was amazing. And some of the crazy, trust me, plenty of crazy stories that happened during the earliest days of world building development.
The following week, we will be touring a special world built to teach you the basics of how to build worlds in AltSpace VR with the world editor and a very basic intro to Unity. Then we have a couple weeks and special tours of the scary worlds to inspire you more, but get working on your plans now to be ready for a scary Halloween season here in AltSpace VR.
So we want to welcome everyone in room 2, everyone in room 1 with us here. Say hello to everybody in room 2. So glad you are with us here. And as part of our ongoing series of second anniversary events, we hosted a tour of the history of world building over the past 2 years of all of our news and update studios this past week. Oh my gosh. Mark and I were like in tears. It was such an amazing walk through time. Our shared history and the crazy of all the things that we did. It was so popular, we might have to do it again. So stay tuned for news on that. But Thursday, October 8th, and then again next week on the 16th, the news and updates team will be showcasing with Donna the behind the scenes special events to show you how we juggle all the plates and feral cats that it takes to produce this show every week. And we're going to share the lessons we learned along the way. So if you do a show or podcast or event or anything, you don't want to miss this. We have some great lessons learned.
Now, we love sharing your worlds. We love sharing your worlds with you and others. And we have 2 new worlds to share with you today. The first is a cozy hangout space by Lisa called Cave of the Clans. She says it started out as an experiment in creating low poly meshes and has grown to have a life of its own. It's a great experience to just hang out, but also see the work of a fabulous world builder.
Indeed. And then next up is very cool. Next up is the Sea of Tranquility by Dargon, set on the moon. This world was generated from data shared by NASA and collected by the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, the Laser Altimeter, and the LRO camera. It's 25% scale. Otherwise, seriously, folks, you'd have to travel. We don't have enough time in life to travel across that huge space, to teleport across it. But it includes craters of various depths on the surface of the moon, just like in the, he's tried to get it as accurate as possible. Dragon warns us, that the world is large and may take a little bit of time to load, but it is a fascinating experience. And you could tell your friends, you walked on the moon today. I love that. What'd you do, honey? I walked on the moon.
That's fabulous. Now, thank you to everyone who builds unique and wonderful worlds in AltSpace VR. We love it when you share your worlds with us so we may share them with you. Join our News and Updates Discord. We have a channel called Share Your World in News. Just waiting for you to show off your world so we may feature it here.
Now it's time for events here in AltSpace. As a reminder, AltSpace VR is an adult social events platform. It hosts some of the most exciting and informative and just, fun events in the metaverse, often with more than 100 events a week available for you to attend for free. All of this is free. Love it. This week we have hangouts and dances and open mics and concerts and classes and talk shows and so many different kinds of events. We seriously can't list them all, so here are a few upcoming highlights, including the start of some scary events, getting ready for that Halloween season in Altspace.
This strange world is an hour after news and updates happens, discussing things that are strange in this world and beyond. Beyond what? Well, that we're not sure about, so show up and report back on what you learn. Now, Ron is back with his Humanism events this week, exploring the scientific method and COVID-19 and the vaccine. What a fascinating perspective and likely discussion with the humanistic viewpoints applied to scientific research.
We have such amazing diversity here. Monday, Silicon Hagen has their biweekly meetup. Silicon Hagen is the Denmark and global education and tech company that works with startups and incubators and global institutions on boosting the adoption of educational technology. This week, we are so privileged to have them here in Altspace. This week, their guest speaker is not just any old high school student, but the economic vice president of the Danish High School Students Association. And she's going to be discussing the impact of COVID-19 on the Denmark school system, the students, and the technology that continues to get them through it.
Now, I was hoping to have one of these news and updates where Mags didn't actually show up, but you can hear her in the background. My husband is trying to keep her quiet. But if you've tried to keep a puppy quiet, you'll know why I've got Muzzle on Amazon ready to order. I apologize. So carry on with events. If you haven't checked out the many Evolve VR events in Altspace VR, please take time. There are meditations almost daily. There's dances, a book club, open discussion on all types of topics, spiritual and peacemaking. Caitlin Krause of MindWise is hosting a series of free and paid events with Evolve VR on inspired expression, mindfulness, and creativity in VR. She is the author of a brand new book called Designing Wonder, a book that explores the creativity of VR through events and social interactivity, offering a new method of interactivity and education in immersive worlds and experiences. She's also doing some special events for educators in VR, which you may find more about at Educators in VR website, educatorsinvr.com. And on their Discord. Evolve VR has been hosting meditation, yoga, and thoughtful social events for over 3 years in Altspace VR, and the hits keep coming as Jeremy and his team explore the connections we make here in VR.
It's a beautiful thing. Now, have y'all seen the documentary on Netflix, The Social Dilemma? Who's seen it? Oh, come on, 2, maybe 3 people? You gotta watch it. It's a telling story of our time. So Andy and the Get Social Network team is holding a discussion on the film and its impact on society and social media on Tuesday. The Get Social Network is another group that started out with an event or two and has now grown into a powerhouse company specializing in immersive events.
Now, another question. Did you know that the Improv Night events have grown and expanded? They've created their own business. The We Are Improv VR team hosts Improv Night, a thing in a place. Sorry, that's right. It's a thing in a place, right? Mm-hmm. Lights, camera, action, and Loco and Steve's Talking Hour podcast. We love watching these groups form into cohesive teams and companies, expanding their fan base beyond just watchers in the community.
And Donna McTee has done the same thing with her amazing Live Love events too. You got an amazing community going with that as well. Love it. And Tuesday is a special event with the Verizon 5G Lab and WXR Fund on building an effective XR ecosystem. It features guest speakers from Niantic, the people behind the powerful and world-changing apps. I love these things. I played them all. Ingress, Pokemon Go, Wizards Unite. I still play Ingress. Pokemon Go. Yawn. Okay, anyway. and other things. Niantic is amazing. And they're going to be so Niantic, a speaker from Niantic, and with Snap Telecom, as well as the top reps from Verizon and VXR. This will be a fascinating discussion on the future of infrastructure in social VR.
Now, the Creative Writing Meetup is celebrating their 3rd year doing the National Novel Writing Month. You say it. Sorry.
NaNoWriMo!
That one. Here in Altspace, along with some new Discord voice chat events as well, every day for the 30 days of November to support writers meet the goal of writing 50,000 words during the month of November. That's a huge goal. It's a huge commitment. This is the 11th year and the third year it's happening here in Altspace VR. So Laurel will be hosting 3 Nano Prep events this month, starting this week, to help you get on board and dedicate yourself to writing that first novel or book you've always dreamed of writing, or maybe the one you never thought of, and today it's just hitting you with a bang.
Yeah. And one of the first tips that I offer is don't think about the 50,000 number. It's 1,667 words a day. I think that's more manageable. We do this in little tiny bites. It's like biting an elephant. So Educators in VR is celebrating their 2nd annual Cyberbullying Month throughout October, starting with a special event on Wednesday with the V coaching team with Dana Maria, Captain VR, discussing the emotional aspects of the recovery process to strengthen yourself against such attacks that really, really impact our mind, body, and spirit.
Now, Bristol VR Lab is offering a special event happening this Wednesday with a lineup of speakers to cover the XR industry as it relates to education, diversity, inclusion, and the impact of COVID-19 on VR and the future. You guys, there's so many things, so many opportunities. I hope that you might have to take some time off work. Absolutely. If you're working right now. So do you want to tell us about Eric?
Yeah, so Erica Siegel of Nest is going to be continuing with the cyberbullying team events for educators.
Oh, Erica.
VR.
Sorry.
Yes, Erica. Sorry. No, that's all right. I messed up. So they'll be okay. They'll be offering. Sorry.
You guys totally don't know the joke here, and we're just like, yeah, we almost made it through.
We almost made it through. We've been doing so good. Like I said, juggling plates and feral cats, man. Juggling plates and feral cats. Okay. Erica Siegel of Nest and the leader of the cyberbullying team for educators in VR will be offering an introduction on the types, prevention, protection, responses, and harm reduction and support in and around cyberbullying. We have a whole month of activities from every angle, including a special event featuring, and I'm so excited about this, longtime event hosts of some of your most popular events that we talk about all the time here in Altspace VR, sharing their insights on how they handle trolls and disruptions in their events and community. Donna McTee is one of the rock stars of this event, with over 200. What are you up to now with Live Love? 200
Well, 220. But I've done over 600 events in Altspace.
Probably more than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll be sharing their insights into how do they handle the trolls and disruptions. And so keep an eye on the calendar.
Now, have you heard about this, you guys? If you haven't, get your calendars out now to put this in pen. Magicians in VR is a new event with experts in magic coming together to share their expertise and entertain and inspire us on the art of magic. The Wednesday event already has over 90 RSVPs, so you do not want to miss a minute of this one.
Absolutely. And Health Sentence Systems Chat is back on Thursday this week with a discussion about the World Space Week and how satellites improve life. Not sure about that, but that's going to be really interesting. So as always, Chuck brings unique insights and discussion topics to explore the mix of technology and healthcare in Altspace VR. So don't miss out on World Space Week. That's what
Now, we are very excited about this event with the Virtual World Society that's happening this coming Thursday. Christopher Lafayette is coming to speak with us and Tom Furness as the founder of the Black Technology Mentorship Program. It's an organization dedicated to creating entrepreneurs and professionals leading the way to tomorrow through inoculation and acceleration programs, career path and apprenticeship programs with other Black business leaders and mentors in technology and industry. Christopher is incredible, you guys, and this is going to be an informative session.
Absolutely. You do not want to, well, anything with Virtual World Society is amazing. The work they're doing to change our lives is in VR and immersive tech is just, would love it. Mike of the Open Mic, not a play on words, Event Fame is offering a variety of special events, and on Thursday he's very, very, very brave, has opened up his show-off show to those who are underage for a special Halloween show-off show. This is a great opportunity for the younger crowd, those under 21, under 18, to show off their talents here in AltSpace VR.
Now, next Saturday, XR Creators is featuring Marie Isabel and Heideline of XR Synergy.
Yep.
That one of XR Synergies, XR developers specializing in medical training and the intervention VR experiences for the healthcare industry.
Amazing. They've been here before. It's incredible talk. Also, don't miss our special news and updates event where we take you behind the scenes to learn about the juggling of cats and plates, to learn about how we produce this event on Thursday, October 8th, and next week on the 16th.
Now, these are just a few of the seriously many events here in AltSpace VR happening every day, every week, every month, and throughout the year. If you find an expert you wish, if you find an event you wish to attend, please make sure you RSVP, and that means click interested. And AltSpace VR will send you an email reminder of the event 1 hour before. If you love what they do, check the channels list to see if they are listed and subscribe to be notified of their upcoming events. Channels is also a good way to go and just find out when all of their scheduled events are for the next month or something. And so you can find channels on the website, altvr.com. Just log in and check out the channels. Now, take a moment to subscribe to the News and Updates channel, so you will be notified of our upcoming events, so you don't want to miss a moment of what's going on here in AltSpace VR.
We asked for it. We got the drum roll for the discussion. All right. Oh, I just love this. So AltSpace VR is gearing up for Halloween. We thought we'd ask you, what scares you in VR? Now, I want you to think about this. We know there is nothing here that can hurt us physically. Okay, unless you bang your head on the shelf over your desk or you fall off your chair. Guilty. Okay, we know that the falling off your chair, I've done it a little too many times. We know that mean people can make us feel bad, but what makes a world scary in VR? So have you been scared visiting some worlds here? We're not talking about scared to death, but fun scaring, okay? What scares you? So let's help our world builders and get ideas on what could be fun and scary for our Halloween worlds here in this year. So Donna,
well, for somebody who does not care to be scared, so I will tell, this has nothing to do with Halloween, but this was creepy like Halloween. I was standing in my home space. I was doing something, so I was just parked there, and I got a message on Discord that said, "I'm standing right behind you." Please don't do that to people. That's heart attack kind of area.
I love that. I love that. Oh, so that is very scary. Was that me? I don't know.
No.
Oh, no. Okay, I wouldn't have done that. I don't
think you would have. I'm just saying that I don't think they realized how freaked out I was, but I was freaked out.
Yes, indeed. I love that. So what you'll be seeing in the tour this week with the 2018 tour of the Halloween maze, um, I brought up the idea to the World Builder team. We were brainstorming all the ideas, and I said, we need a world that's all black, black walls, black floors, black everything, and it's a maze, and people have to find their way through the black walls. I went, oh yeah! So using black planes and the backside of the frame, because remember in those days we only had 4 kits to deal with. From the home kit was a new kit. We had a frame, it was black on the one side. Homer, I don't know, y'all, I love Homer. I hope y'all know Homer's one of our most amazing world builders here in Altspace. He's just incredible. So creative. He put this thing together, and the first time, I watched it being built because we're all working together and, in these 10 days to do this together. And I didn't think anything of it was all great. And then we brought Yunji in to help do a test, and she completely freaked out. Y'all know Yunji, the wonderful admin here in events, on the events team here at Altspace, the staff. She completely freaked out. And one of my favorite scary moments, at least for her, I have to think about mine, was when she literally looked at me and said, and she turned around and she looked at me and she said, I'm going to move backwards through this maze because I can't see anything. And you're going to lead me by walking forward. And I'm going to keep you in my face at all times because I can't see anything and I'm absolutely scared to death here. And so she did. I walked forward and she just went backwards. So she went backwards through the maze. But what we learned, it's just beautiful. I was just in tears. What we learned is that complete black doesn't work. And Mark is working. This is phase 1 of the new studio. And as you see, you don't see the edges along the walls and things here, and there's no texture on the wall yet. When you can't see anything when it's black, you cannot see yourself moving. You literally can't. There's no indication of movement. There's no texture. There's no nothing. You can't tell if you're going forward or backwards. So you're moving, but you don't know. And if you bump into a wall, how would you know? Everything's black. It stays black, and you don't know you're not moving. So we had to, and we'll talk about this on Wednesday, but Homer and the team did some little tricks to bring back the sense of motion and to give back a sense of perspective in a completely black out environment. But that was really scary for so many people doing that maze. I can't tell you how many people were absolutely terrified. People were freaking out and screaming, and it was awesome just because they couldn't see anyone except other avatars. So that was cool. How about the rest of you? Hit the raise hand button. Have you been scared in Altspace? Had a scary experience? Let us know. Hit that raise hand button. And let's see. Anyone want to share? All right, Jamie, you're on.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, brilliant. There used to be this Altspace world, I think it was called House of Carn by Carnival, something like that.
Oh, yes.
And that terrified me.
What about it terrified you?
Well, you're kind of stuck in a room and you're sort of forced to sit through the animation, which is terrifying. It's kind of a claustrophobic feeling, and then it's dark, and then just anything that like tense is just terrifying for me, just in general.
Oh, good. Okay, so closed off, intense. All right, I like that description. How about that's beautiful. Thanks. How about the rest of you? Is it uncomfortable to be in a tiny space? Have things fly at your face? Come on. How many went through the Halloween tour last year? Any of you? A few people? That was awesome. That was awesome. There was some great stuff in there. Serenity.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, it was the Halloween maze, particularly. I think I went through it last year and the year before, and and it was because I don't know whether anybody who hasn't been here for a long time knows, but there were volunteers hiding invisible in the Halloween mazes, and they would come out with scary voices and be zombies behind you, or jump out suddenly, or they were ghosts, or whatever it was. That was the scary bit. It was the scary voices and the people dressed like vampires and ghosts and weird voices. That was the thing that got me last year and the year before. That kind of thing. Oh, that was you, was it, Lorel?
Yes. I was one of them. There were many of us, but I had a sore throat, man, the whole time we were doing that because of the cackles and the things, and messed up all the audio. God, if anybody has an easy way of doing voice mod, please give me step-by-step for stupid people description, because I messed up all my whole computer system, audio and stuff. I think Mark and Tony and everyone were helping me try to fix it. It was awful. But we had a great deal of fun and lovely sound effects. It was fun. Yeah. And please, when people are putting the call out for volunteers, sign up. Being a scarer is really some of the most fun that you can have during the Halloween thing. Is you get to do all kinds of weird things. I wish we had the robot avatars so we could do the really weird, crazy things we did with the avatars, but we'll have to figure out what we're doing. Marcel, how about you?
Don't forget the abandoned hospital.
Yes, there are actually the abandoned hospital. There are 2 versions. You want to go to the second version, not the original, for Quest users. Yeah, the abandoned hospital. Yeah. Have you all been there? Have you been to the abandoned hospital? Oh, it's awesome. It is awesome. I love that. Excellent, excellent advice. Yeah. I wish the first one was updated. Anywhere else, Marcel? Marcel? Oh, you're still on megaphone. Nope, I guess not. Okay. Anyway, any other recommendations before we close this out, or tips for helping world builders make for scary places? Just hit the raise hand button. I don't see very imaginative people. Well, I do know that Karen666 is already started working on a great world. She had a wonderful one that was brilliant. You fell through the floor. It was fabulous without warning for last year. And Daisy Shaw has some really great ones. So we're going to be touring many of those. All right, we have one more. All right, Karen.
Oh, no, I just wanted to say that spiders, I'm terrified of spiders. I have what is it called? Agoraphobia, whatever it is,
No.
but I'm really scared of spiders. And who was it, Jamie, who mentioned carnivores, Carn House? That was scary. And those spiders in there, he said that when he was building it, his own spiders scared him.
Oh, wow.
So I think, being in a really dark place, if somebody's building a world and then running into a spider, that's a scary experience.
Well, it is indeed. I love that. Yeah, that's Harry Potter really triggered a whole lot of fear with the spider scenes for a lot of people. I can't remember what that's called. You're right. There's also on Wednesday, Homer built all out of geometrics this amazing spider that is just wonderful, and it's all designed into the environment so it kind of sneaks up on you, and he did some really special effects with that, so we love it. Oh, I love that is brilliant. All right, thanks, Karen. Arachnophobia, that is it. Oh, now everybody's pinging in. Arachnophobia, beautiful. Darren, you're last. Come on. Yep, speak up.
I was just gonna say arachnophobia.
Oh, okay.
Didn't get a chance to say anything. I'm considering it, yeah.
You better. Darren's another one of our great world builders here, and we need some scary worlds. You were inspired. Be fun to do something with those pipes.
I've already had ideas ahead of time.
All right, excellent. I love it. Okay. That was fun, and all Donna needs is a little closed space. That is no fun. No fun.
Oh, so true. I'm so claustrophobic. Most spaces in Alt Space I have trouble in.
Yeah. All right. So that is all. Thank you for your input. That is all for this week's news and updates. We live stream the news onto YouTube every week, and you can catch up with the past episodes to learn more about how Altspace VR works and all the stuff going on in the community. And we feature the Altspace VR news announcements feed in our news and updates server, so you don't miss a minute of the news.
Now remember, the conversation doesn't stop here in Altspace VR. Discord is our home base for our community outside of Altspace VR, and we invite you to join the News and Updates Discord to keep up with news and activities here and around the VR industry, and to share your worlds, your news, events, and updates with us at discord.me/newsupdates. Please tell a friend. Share our Discord, YouTube channels so others can keep up with them, with the news here and around Altspace as well.
And if you would like to volunteer, not only join us on Thursday so you can learn about how it all works, we would love to have you join us. Seriously.
Laurel? So we would love to have you join us. We need your help. We need people to help us film and live stream the news. We need people to supply us with photos and news from the events and activities around Altspace VR. We need writers and editors, photographers, reporters, moderators, and backup hosts. So if you would like to help, let us know on our Discord server or after the show. And you'll get a glimpse of this in the behind the scenes tour that's happening for news and updates.
Yes, indeed. I think I'm back. Am I back?
Yes.
Bloody internet. Hey. So we will hang around after the news to help answer your questions and talk about what you're doing in Altspace VR. So stick around, as we'd love to chat with you. Thanks to Megs, to Donna, to all. No, we love Megs. We love hearing Megs. Thanks to all of our news and updates volunteers, the moderators who help make this event the success that it is. Thank you, thank you. So in these uncertain times, please be safe wherever you are. Okay, in the world, be safe. All right, thanks everyone.